I'm Geoff Nemnich.
And I'm Rick Paillet.
And we're the hosts of The Last Stand. Coyote hunting is my passion.
And coyote calls are my livelihood.
And together we aim to bring you the best predator hunting tips, tricks, and tactics, right down to The Last Stand.
The Last Stand, presented by Lucky Duck Predator Calls. We are the masters of deception. Swagger bipods. Shoot with confidence, shoot with swagger. Onyx Hunt. Know where you stand. Hornady. Accurate, deadly, dependable. Pulsar. Image, quality. Silencer Central. Silence delivered.
Hey guys, welcome back to The Last Stand. Day 2. Rosebud Reservation, South Dakota. We got John. Look at that, guys. Jim. Brandon with Silencer Central. Hey, Rick's on the call this morning. Well, it's a special day here on The Last Stand. It's our 75th episode that we've ever filmed. Pretty cool. Seems like lots of coyotes have died over the years. So, I've talked a lot about the new website, tlshunt.com. So what we're going to do to celebrate this 75th edition episode, we're going to give you there's going to be a coupon code, and it's just going to be 75, the number 75, and that's going to give you $75 off that first year membership if you're looking to join the Last Stand Coyote class, just if you're wanting to have the best year ever, kill the most coyotes. So we'll talk more about that later, but first stand of the day, slip in Prairie Dog Town.
Yes, sir.
Perfect spot to catch them first stand of the morning. It's going to be a little wide open. I think the challenge here is going to be getting in. Maybe they're already out there, maybe they're not, but there's going to be 7 of us sitting on not much cover. So, as you saw from that last episode, we got, 8 yesterday, put a bullet in the 9th one, but, hopes are high. The wind's going to be down a little bit. Temperature's already dropped. It's a little cow cover, so a little bit different day. So I don't know if it affects the coyotes, but it affects our morale for sure.
Yeah.
So,
this is my kind of day.
What do you think?
I'm ready.
Pushing the buttons today?
Yeah.
It's the first time out of the season pushing buttons for you.
Yeah.
Is your thumb in shape? I don't know if your thumb's in shape yet.
I'll be ready. So I'll do the trigger squeezing before you do what you do.
All right. Well, if Brandon doesn't hog all the coyotes again today, Rick might actually get to shoot one.
Maybe.
Let's go. Well, don't adjust your TV screens. Yes, this is a bolt gun I have in my hand. 20 years I've been shooting ARs, and I decided I better break out the bolt gun and get ready for a Canadian hunt I have coming up next month. So, feels a little weird with a bolt gun in my hand, but I want to make it work. We got set up on the Prairie Dog Town, so off to our left, we don't have very much visibility. There's a hill of about 150 yards. The debate was, do we go over that hill so we can see better? The problem is, if we'd have walked over that hill, any coyotes that were down on the far end of the Prairie Dog Town would have probably spooked off. So we used that as a visibility barrier to get set up. So any coyotes were on the far south end of this Prairie Dog Town, which is good because the wind's blowing from north to south. So hopefully the coyotes will come rolling right across this town. We're kind of all sitting back in the weeds. Got the revolt out there, 80 yards in front. So the idea is the coyotes ought to funnel straight across in front of us. And then we have 200 yards of shooting right here. Rick's running the call, so. Well, no luck. No first stand magic. But as we saw from the last episode, that doesn't dictate the day. So, if Rick gets the buttons figured out, by the next stand, we might actually kill one. Can we get up closer to him, you think? Is he looking at us? We just let him go. I might call him back in. Yeah, I said let's go. So sometimes when you're calling this big open country, you got a dilemma sometimes. Do you try to walk in close, you know, to get into where you think the coyotes are? The risk out here is you're gonna bump coyotes because it's so wide open, and that was kind of the dilemma on this stand. We could have stayed back about 500 yards and called up over this hill, but we decided to get in a little closer. By doing so, we bumped this coyote, so we'll find out if it's gonna pay off or not getting in here. If we get another coyote to come in, there wasn't a great spot to set up. I mean, we're probably going to be skylined if a coyote shows up over the top of the collar to the left. But just from John's experience hunting in here, he said most of the coyotes usually are down when they come. They're down over here by this creek bottom, so that's what we're hoping. The coyotes come from the right half. They'll be looking out, you know, at the revolt that's, you know, 70, 80 yards out in front of us. Winded us.
You got him?
Bolt gun, baby.
Well, we're on the board. Not the greatest footage. I don't know how quick we got on them. I mean, we're all lined up here. We all had to spin around behind us when this coyote come running in. It's just, John spotted it way out there, but he caught a glimpse of it. If it would have came straight to the call, we would have had a good shot, but he just faded it down, kind of going for the wind a little bit. We just don't have any visibility back behind this hill, but it wasn't really where we were thinking the coyotes were going to come from. But that's usually rule number one. They come from where you don't think. I mean, out in this country, I mean, we're calling, I mean, they could come from anywhere. It's not like in some parts of the country where you know exactly. I mean, there could, but he came from a long ways. That was, I mean, what do you think, John? He come from that way off that big far hill then, probably? Yeah, so he come from freaking way out there. I mean, that's got to be over 1,000 yards. So, and then of course all the cows are piled up behind us, so we didn't have a shot. We didn't even see him till he winded us and took off up the hill. But I wasn't even thinking about shooting until somebody else shot, and I thought, well, hell, I might as well jump in. Well, we probably spent too much time looking for this coyote. God, you know, footage, we looked footage, cartwheeled him. He was laying up here, but I don't know, for some reason he is not laying here dead now, so I'm not feeling real great about, I'm 0 for 2 now on recovering coyotes. But I was about ready to say to all the haters that say, oh, AR to shoot running coyotes, I'm like, because after 75 episodes, you can imagine I get the hate mail coming in about needing an AR to shoot the running coyotes, but couldn't even hold one up and say, here you go, you know. Yeah. Well, we wasted too much time thinking about a wounded coyote. There's no blood, he's not right here. I mean, who knows? So we could spend all day looking for this sucker, but we got more coyotes to kill. Hey, this is my first time on a bolt gun. This wasn't bad.
It was impressive. I ain't gonna lie to you.
See, we could have played this off like he was laying there dead. We could have got one out of the back of the truck and held it up, but that's the reality. Some getaway. So let's go.
Welcome to the Last Stand Coyote class with me, Geoff Nemnich. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned coyote hunter, this class has something for you. Throughout the website, you'll find over 50 teaching videos broken down in an easy to follow format, specific stand breakdowns and analysis, exclusive Last Stand episodes chock full with even more info and tips and tactics than you find on the normal YouTube page, monthly live seminars and question and answer sessions with myself, plus much more. At the end of the day, the whole goal is to be able to take everything that you're learning through this course, go out to the field and kill more coyotes. So implementing these strategies out on your own is the key. The fundamentals are the same no matter if I'm hunting in the east or the west. Yes, the terrain's different, the lay of the land's different, and I take all these variables that we're going to be talking about throughout these courses and be able to mold these into those specific areas to kill more coyotes. Join me today and let's start killing more coyotes.
I don't know, Brandon, you're gonna have to ask Rick nicely. Sometimes you have to ask him, pretty please, can you call me in a coyote? Might be a long morning.
Pretty.
Great little setup here. We got the option. We could have dumped off down in there. There was a little opening, but wind's only blowing about 8-10 miles an hour, so we elected to stay up on top. We just don't have the cover here. We're kind of all tucked into this fence line, so purposely we figured the coyotes were going to come from all this tree and brush and stuff to the left half. So I walked the call about 80 yards straight out, so hopefully if they come out of there, they'll be looking straight that way. They'll come running broadside right across the front of us. Wind's blowing from left to right, so we'll sit tight and just let them come out of there, get some footage. As soon as they stop right here, we'll whack them. And with the wind shooting suppressed down below, we should, if there's multiple coyotes, we should get them all to come up out of there. Hopefully one at a time and kill them. Slowly. Huh? Well, I'm switched to pup. I don't have a dial, so I can't. Our wind's good. If he comes straight up and kind of circles right off this side hill, we'll be good, but
289 yards. 285.
Coyote wasn't. We got over here about 300 yards on that hillside. When you first saw him, he was trotting, then he was coming down. He was kind of coming this way. You debate sometimes. I mean, he was coming to the lip squeaks, but not real great. He was kind of making a circle on the downwind half, and we just can't see. So you make the determination. You try to switch to maybe a pup distress, and then he straighten out and come, straight to the call. He just didn't show up, and I don't know if he looped on the backside and finally winded us. He could still be just sitting down there. It's hard saying, but we never did see him once he dropped down in that bottom. Gotta come out of there somewhere, huh? Too much brush. You got a shot? Woo! Oh, right on the top of him. Put it right top of his back. Well, that was kind of like a bonus coyote anyway, right? We get down here. So on that last stand, you saw the coyote drop down, and John had kind of made a comment up there that there was a pond down in the bottom, and I think it made the coyote even loop even further downwind, and I think he hung out down here because we actually bumped him. John and I walked down on the point. I missed him at 320 down here, and then he ran up here. You hit him there. We found meat and stuff, but like I said, we've already wasted too much time today looking for coyotes. So yeah, let's go get some more.
We're about midday here on the second day. We just come off this bluff into this really nice looking bottom. I like it. I'm gonna start out with Lucky Pecker and then play a couple of fights. So here we go.
Well, we have not been real efficient this morning on our stand production. About 11:30, we've only got in 4 stands. This is number 5, but we spent some time looking for hit coyotes that has cost us a little bit, but we're making stands now. Hopefully it sounds like we can get on a little run here and make 4 or 5 stands in a row, kind of crank them out, find coyotes. Got on this stand, it actually reminds me of the stand we make down in eastern Kansas with Rick. You kind of walk over this big hill and it's big creek bottom full of brush, cover. That's where the coyotes are going to be if they're in here, so we should have about a 300-yard buffer of them coming across this open. Not a lot of cover to sit by up here, so I purposely walked the revolt down there about 90 yards. And off to the side, the thickest part is right here, so If they come out of there, they'll be hopefully looking that way instead of up at us.
There he comes.
He's got to get down off that damn bank somehow. Yeah, he's good. I mean, it'd take him an hour to get here on that pace. There you go. Yeah. Down on the edge.
That's a pretty big one.
There we go. He's just going to come right up. We'll just let him get kind of stay about where you're at here. And we'll just let him keep coming right up. We'll just let him keep coming right down your barrel. Let him keep coming. This guy will stop for us eventually, but just kind of track his movements here a little bit. Just let him keep coming up. You solid on him? Yeah. Yeah, I think he saw us. Oh,
He's still running.
Hard shot. Rick got him. He's dead.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, he just kind of got to a point and pegged us, but that was kind of interesting. You could tell the body language, you know, when we were all ready. We didn't have to move, so it's just kind of like, just sit tight, let the coyote get there. And you just saw the change in his demeanor. All of a sudden, he was coming, and then all of a sudden, he turned broadside, checked up, you know, was more alert. And, you know, at that point, he was just kind of looking, you know, the call, us, him, we're all in a line, and that was kind of, all right, that's as close as he's going to get. You know, gig was up, so.
Yeah. And he wasn't that far out.
Yeah, a couple hundred yards.
Brandon let me friggin' shoot one finally.
Another second later.
I figured. Anybody after it's almost 60 years old and shot thousands of coyotes gets all good. I had the shakes up there after I shot the thing.
Oh, cool.
Something about the old coyotes get me fired up.
All right, well, let's see if we can get a little streak going, huh? That was the name of the game yesterday. We got a few streaks going. Killed some coyotes on back-to-back stands, every other stand kind of throughout the afternoon. You know, it is 12:30. We got, I don't know, about 6.5 hours left of hunting, so we could definitely get it in some coyotes and kill, you know, 4 or 5 this afternoon, so.
All right, we just dropped off this big bluff here. Pretty cool looking little spot. I'm gonna start out with maybe a new baby cottontail, half-pint cottontail. And then I'll probably switch to lucky pecker and then a couple of fights. That's kind of what we do. So get ready.
Nice. That was pretty wild. That coyote came up about 20 yards from Jim, right over that cut bank. Kind of had its ears laid down low. Could have killed it with a shotgun, but it saw him, kind of took off down the hill. Looks like he hit it right between the ears. But we're only, yeah, Jim shot it. But we've only been calling like a minute. So, really good chance to kill a double now. Well, I don't know, Brandon. Everybody's always giving me crap because they say if you kill them on the first shot, you don't need an AR to kill those running coyotes.
But even though we did not recover that first one, I have shot 2 shots and hit running coyotes, so that'll shut up all the haters.
It's true. I could confirm you with the first one for sure.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know, it doesn't get much more prettier than this, does it? This is just a phenomenal stand. You know, we finally got in close to the cover. I think those coyotes are down in here for a reason. They like to, you know, they don't want to, maybe always want to come running far, get down in here close, you know. That's the way that, but we got a midday double. That's awesome. You know, it's time to go get some sandwiches. But real quick, I want to tell you guys about the promotion we're running. Obviously, this is our 75th episode, you know, so obviously this was a big part to you guys watching this, supporting it. Great partners like Silencer Central being part of it, you know, so we're going to run a promotion, you know, from the time this airs for a week. We're going to give you $75 off a membership to the Last Stand Coyote class. You know, maybe, you know, I know part of this, watching these Last Stand episodes, you guys pick up a lot of little tips and things like that, but maybe you want to go in a little deeper into learning a lot more in a shorter period of time instead of watching 75 episodes to figure some stuff out, you know, and that's what this class is all about. It's about 13 hours of content on there right now. This is only going to grow, you know, 8 hours of instructional content, classwork, and then there's, you know, another 5 hours of bonus Last Stand episodes. You get partnership discounts like with Silencer Central on there if you're a member. Rick actually has 10 exclusive sounds that members get. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go over to tlshunt.com, enter promo code 75, the number 75, and that'll give you $75 off that first year membership. So let's go pick up some coyotes, eat some lunch. Older female coyote right there. Yeah, that's really all you can do, you know, when they bust you like that and take off. I mean, you could sit there and nothing's gonna happen, but usually what I'll do is I'll just sprint to the top of the hill, and then you can get a shot. You know, this is not crazy far, but 180 yards, you know, so got up there, took my time, just got set. I knew I'd have one shot. If I missed her on the first shot with a bolt gun, I might get one more at her, so I just kind of took a few extra seconds to kind of get her lined out. And another coyote in the truck. This one, she just came too high on the hill. I expected they'd come from there, they'd be down lower. Hell, she was halfway up the hill, so she must have come from way behind us, I think.
It did, yeah.
And
She was the face of it.
yeah, I mean, we come around there and we kind of all saw each other at the same time. We're like, oh God, and she looked in it. But
same with this one.
yeah.
It's kind of the same way.
How far was it you shot it?
A 180.
There you go.
Yeah, you made a good shot. Again, runners.
Yeah, see, you only need one shot for runners, right?
Yeah,
Come on.
You know, every shot you've had so far with the bolt gun has only been runners.
Yeah.
You ain't had a standing shot.
No, you don't need, yeah.
So, yeah, you're at 100% on a bolt gun on runners.
That's right. Uh-oh, I might, don't be talking like that. I might just have to carry this a little bit more. Well, 3 in a row is a streak, right?
There you go.
Well, we're 2/3 of the way there. We all have full bellies. We had a few tailgate sandwiches. We're working the same big creek bottom system. We've just probably came a mile or so up the way. We kind of had a pretty good hike to get down off of here. We could have stayed up way high, but I think it's the time of day when we need to be down close to the cover, as close as we can anyway. So, you know, right now we're within about 300 yards of this bottom, so sitting on a big prairie dog town, so should be a good spot to where, you know, maybe there was a coyote on this prairie dog town earlier in the day, and then he just got filtered off and laid down in the creek bottom somewhere for the middle part of the day. So coming fast. Let me stop.
Shit.
Thank you. Nice.
Suppressors, right? 2 misses and the coyote doesn't even freaking flinch.
Oh gosh. Oh man.
That coyote was ripping across there.
You're right.
Hey, just so everybody knows, I'm 3 for 3 on runners now with a bolt gun.
That was awesome.
I wasn't even on him when I pulled the trigger. Because when I heard him shoot, I thought, and I saw the mitt, I thought he was going to bolt out of there.
Dude, two shots of the dang thing just
Yeah,
didn't have a clue. I mean, it saw us. I mean, it picked us out a little bit, but crazy. 3 in a row.
Yeah.
Pretty coyote. Little young one, huh? Yeah, this year's female. She stink. She's pretty stout for this year's.
I was gonna say, that's pretty big.
Yeah, she's probably 25 pounds already. Well, fellas, another pretty productive day.
Yeah.
Good day.
We can always blame it on Rick, though, that we didn't kill as many
yeah.
as yesterday.
I feel like a 0.
Hey, it's your first time out for the season pushing buttons, man. Your thumb's not quite in shape yet.
It was in shape, just the way it went this afternoon.
Yeah, you know, we made a run, you know, right after kind of lunch. We went on that streak of 3 stands in a row. We killed those 4 coyotes, and that's just coyote hunting. So, you know, we just ran out of space in there. We just had no more. We had to make a move, and unfortunately, we got over here, and the weather kind of moved. You know, you just never know. There's more coyotes. The wind kind of picked up. Cloud cover movement. It felt like it dropped in temperature. You know, you just never know. But
I thought it was going to be a hot afternoon. That's what happens too.
yeah, that's you never know till you do it, right? We could have quit then, and you'd have never known what was going to happen. But I'll tell you what. You know, before this trip started, we've all been anticipating the last day.
Yeah.
You know, if we all looked at the weather forecast and we were like, oh man, day 3 of this trip's going to be hopefully, you know, the best yet. So we'll see. 5 to 10 on the wind, another 55 degree day, something like that. So we'll see. We've been saving.
Yeah, we've been. Yeah.
According to John, he said he's been saving the honey holes for the last day. You know, so we go out with a bang. Well, I want to thank you guys for watching our 75th episode. Hard to believe, Rick.
Man, I can't.
You haven't aged a day in the last 7 years filming this.
I don't know. I'm pretty gray.
Well, like I said, you know, if you guys are looking to get better at killing coyotes, if you love all the tips and little tricks and things you learn from this, you know, we developed this website, this online coyote school, especially for that. So you can go to tlshunt.com. Like I said, after this episode airs, for 7 days, we're going to be offering a $75 off coupon code, which is just 75, the number. So go ahead and throw that in there. You can start learning, getting better at killing coyotes. Maybe you don't have the time to hunt coyotes like we all do, you know, and you got to take advantage of the few days you get. You know, maybe you're just looking to have, you know, 10, 20% more success, 50% success, whatever it is, wherever you're at in the country. So I invite you to check that out. You won't be disappointed. So steak time?
Steak time, bud.
We're out here a little earlier tonight, you know.
It was a good day.
Great day, fellas. Stay tuned. One more day here in South Dakota. Oh, right over the top.
I think he saw us. Nice.
Nice.